It's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. We're on Sand River with apmate from Hades Clan. He's in the AMX 13105 Tier 10 French light tank. Got a few light tank battles coming up as well on the channel. But, let's see how he plays this map. So it's an encounter battle, so one cap that everyone's competing for, and it's still a 15-minute game. As in the encounter, you've got sort of a long cap timer, so it's not easy to cap out. Just taking this early spot gives them a bit of coverage to the north and also the cap area. It's a bit of an obvious push, but let's see. Also, yes, gun depression. Not a strong suit of the French AMX turreted tanks, and always getting spotted, so decides to get back under cover, which this position does afford. It's obviously the Medicore that spotted him. He was in the middle there, so he's going to be careful here. There's the Medicore up on top, so getting spotted again. Of course, everyone's using CBS, you've got to expect that. As in everyone being all the light tanks, but also medium tanks. Capable of running this from tier 8 and above, so you can't expect that bushes are always going to protect you. So he's running a full vision system here in terms of scouting, so he's got optics as well as the CVS and low noise exhaust to minimise his footprint from a vision perspective. So I'm not getting much reward from this position. Spotted again there. Clearing what that was, it could have been the T10, just catching the top of him as he was going over. In fact, that was probably the most likely scenario there. Sort of spoiled his relocation plans, but you can see where he's going. Still not getting a lot of value, but then it also doesn't look like anyone's covering the south side, so here he goes, moving off in that direction. Okay, now he's spotted a standard B now. All the spotting damage in there, decides to put in a few shots of his own, and he's not getting spotted in return. Actually gets the kill, so all the damage coming out of that object coming to his total. Now that's stand B removed, that gives him the opportunity to come up here to that same position and do a bit of spotting over the cap area. Some damage into that Medicore. Certainly try to. No, he's disappeared, and in fact there's a Vickers coming up from behind who will be a bit of a threat. Can he get anyone to focus him? There are two arties in the game. Whoa! In fact the Vickers goes down, Leopard 1 with the final shot. And that was actually from Argonaut, so these two often team together. Surprised they are platooning right now. Earlier spotted the Yak Tiger up in the north. It's an opportunity to try and get some hits in. Maybe also been spotted again. Is that target for him? No, he's behind buildings. There's the Yak Tiger. Yep, spotted him now. The Yak Tiger should know that he's spotted. So he goes for a few side shots, and then obviously the Yak Tiger will know the direction they're coming from. Might get the kill here actually if he aims nicely, and in fact he does. So 2 kills now to apmate. And his actual damage done is exceeding his spotting damage, which not that surprising. It's Panzer E100 focusing on him. Apmate will go dark very shortly. Yeah, it's just being wary of where that Manticore is. Further spot on the Jagdpanzer. Now he wants to try and get rid of this Manticore. There's the Manticore again. No, he doesn't have an opportunity to get him, but puts a shot towards the Udes. But finally the arty's starting to focus on the Jaegeru. Be a little bit careful here. He's in the view range of the Jagdpanzer E100, so if you get spotted while he's shooting here, it may attract some attention, but it's all about the angles at the moment. And in fact, there he goes, just outside of the view range. Not the total view range, of course. If he does get spotted, he will appear at this point. He needs to be outside the red circle. He's not going to get spotted by nature. Alright, puts one shot into the Manticore, which bounces, but gets actual kill. So, nicely brings up the third kill by getting rid of the enemy light tank. Now, his team's got a bit of an advantage here, or touches are coming around there, maybe from the T10, but the T10 goes away, so that's good. Now, Panzer E100, he can light him up. In fact, he's getting more assisted damage now. Sure he's aiming to surprise him with a bit of action. And he's loading his heat rounds for that purpose, so he knows the Jagdpanzer E100's come down here. And he'll try and get a side shot, which he does. Now, blasted by his own arty, which stuns him, which is a bit unfortunate, but he doesn't need the view range or the reload skills because he's using his auto loader. That's pretty handy, but that gives him another kill. So 4 kills now to apmate. In fact, he's the leading kill getter. Now he knows there's 2 arty around here, so can he spot them? Yep, there's one GW100 and a T92. Now he misses that shot, but unfortunately he gets slammed by an E3 at the arty, so he's down to 104 hit points in just half a second. That's a bit unfortunate, but nonetheless he gets another kill, so he's up to 5 kills now. And cap is going, but as you can see it's a pretty long cap timer, so plenty of time to get some more damage, and he's just waiting to reload here. Should get some side shots here on this 705A. He's spotted, but he's in a pretty safe position here, and he gets another kill, so that brings up his top gun. Now it's just the E3 and the T92 and an E100 who was up in the hill, so might take some chasing down. But now only one tank on cap, and there's the E3. He's on a very small amount of hit points. Arty could splash him, so apmate probably going to go after the T92 right now. In fact, there he is right below, so I don't think he's going to dive on him. That's going to be pretty dangerous. The T92 facing him, don't think it's going to do anything good. E3 goes down, which is nice. He should get the kill here, and he does. Nice drive-by there. So 7 kills now, heading towards a Radley-Walters actually. Just the E100 left, and it's not clear how many hit points he's got, but if he hasn't been spotted for a while, that would be his total. In fact, he's been spotted now, so only 69 hit points, and apmate's run out of his heat shells, so he's going to have to do this with standard shells, so it shouldn't be a big drama. It's got an Argonaut closing in the left PTA and a Rambo. But he takes the time to put a claim in chat for the final kill to get his Radley-Walters, and it looks like people are respecting that. And in fact, Argonaut could take a hit here and get the E100 to fire, but he's just lighting him up, and it looks like he's going to be in surprise mode here. Should get the kill. He's spotted. Climb, climb, climb. Oh, reshot should be a problem. Gets the kill. Radley-Walters confirmed. What a massive game. Finished with just under 4.5k of his own damage, 3.8k of assistance, so that's over 8.5k of combined, which is nice. 8 kills as well, so got all the medals here. So let's go through them. Patrol duty, tank sniper, top gun, of course, Pascucci's for getting the 2 arties, and of course the Radley-Walters medal. And he's also earned the ace tanker. So let's have a look at the team score. So he's finished on top there, 1467 base experience. Argonaut coming in with top damage on the team as well, 5.3k, bit of sniping there of course, so he's not picking up quite the same EXP, but great contribution there from Argonaut. And most of the other tanks doing around 2k or below. Now on the enemy side, the Manticore actually finished on top, even though he got knocked off fairly early. 2.5k of damage being the top on that team, only next one being the E3 at 2.4k, so not a great performance from the enemy team there, but that's what gives you good results, to be honest. Most of the time when the enemy team fails, or at least fails worse than your team does, that's how you get your good results. Alright, so in the end he's fired 18 shots, 16 hits, so really nice shooting, 15 penetrations out of that. Every tank that he shot at he killed in the end. Credit-wise, had a reward for finishing a mission there, so it gave him a 104k input, and he spent almost the same amount going out, so he made a very small profit there of 6,000 credits. That looks like the best result there also for apmate in that tank, so congratulations, and hopefully if you're watching this you learned something from it or you got some enjoyment. If you can, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, that's an option for you. We'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.